promising new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Here's Dolgala. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. First down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throwing is Dolgala. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Dolgala. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Los Angeles.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards that time.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it?
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Los Angeles.
David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one into the hands of Burton. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Trade Burton. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to... That first drive, they got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Chargers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Raiders 0.
play action here on first down. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
To number 1.
A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
The 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Flush to his right. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Back to throw. And this one complete to Gafford. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Rico Gafford, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about
about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Burton here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 31-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The option, he'll try and run with it. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score, Chargers 28, Raiders nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.